Hello everybody, welcome back to the stream. Made some slight changes to my OBS setup, just not visually, but in terms of the filter. So let me know if any of the audio quality is different or sounds worse or anything so I can fix that, but it seems okay in my testing. Anyway, we're going to be fixing some bugs today. We've got, let's see. So the enchant icon is wrong in the tooltips for some reason. We've got a missing pixel on a Chalice of Blood. The villager art is clipping. These are going to be very quick to fix, I think. I do want to fix this alchemy board bug here, but maybe we'll take a look at that and see how easy that is to fix. And then what I want to do is nerf Swarm. I think Swarm is the next obviously overpowered thing that needs to change, so we will go ahead and do all that stuff. But go lay down, cat. Go lay down. Okay, anyway, Alchemortis is available for wish listing, so if you're interested in it, please wish list it. I'd very much appreciate that. Yeah, it's a grid inventory management strategy auto battler where you can alchemize your cards together. So, meaning that you'll be able to merge the abilities of different cards together into a new single card. So it's pretty cool. Check it out if you're interested. I also have the Patreon here. I just published this video. It's a short tutorial, 15-minute tutorial on how to use the Godot editor script in a pretty effective way. So if you're a Patreon paid member, you get early access and ad-free access to those videos. But this video is going to go live on the channel tomorrow. So you can also get Alchemortis in-game credits if you subscribe at the top tier. So definitely check that out. And of course, I have my Udemy courses available for sale. This is the online co-op multiplayer course. Teaches you all the high-level networking nodes in Godot. I also have other courses available, so check that out. You can also join the Discord, all that good stuff. It's all linked in the description below, so check that out if you're interested. And okay, the cat is just screaming. What are you doing, cat? I'm streaming. I'm working. You won't go. Say it into the mic. Tell them what you were telling me. Tell them how much I abuse you. Say it. What? I don't pay attention to you for 5 seconds and it's like, call the cat police. The cat wellness police. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Okay. Anyway, let's say hello to everybody. Hello, Asymmetrics. Welcome back. Hello, RN Genesis. Welcome, welcome. Always good to see you. Dusty, welcome back. Hello, V. Back to the funk. You will die when I say you must die. Back to the funk. Welcome back, High Law. Meep, hello. Welcome, welcome. Super secret video on Patreon, yeah. I sound like a necromancer. Do I? Is it actually bad? Autumn, wave function collapse. Spring just started here. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Spring just... Oh, I guess, yeah, that's true. Interesting. Good morning to you, Emerson. Not so secret video now. Yeah. Ban this Firebelly guy for spoilers. A cat, yeah. Little raw chicken with toasty bits. Yep. He got burnt. He got put in the broiler mode. Did you get put on broiler mode? I was just trying to be funny. Okay, good. Good. Can't have bad audio quality. So let's see. So we're going to fix this enchant icon being broken for some reason. What is the easiest way to do that? I think the easiest way to do that is going to be to go to my run manager and just in my test player cards enabled in here, we're just going to add the enchant to the card. So card.add enchant. You know what I like about this system that I've made is that everything is based on the base card. So like it's super, I don't need to do anything extra other than just call add enchant on the card, and that propagates through the whole system properly, which is the ideal way I think that you want your code to work. And then I can just say new, let's just do swarm enchant. That's it. That's all I need to do. All right. Makes it very easy. But yeah, the icon is wrong, and I'm kind of baffled as to why that is. So it's showing the debuff icon when that is not configured. So let's see. Enchant icon. So the enchant texture is here. I don't know. I'm just going to clear this. This ability label here. I'm going to clear that and load the enchant icon again. And also this icon type is enchant. Let's open up this script here. Let's just make sure. This icon type is only ever used in one place, called configure. Oh. I know. This, yeah, I moved. Okay, I know why it's happening. This configure for ability is called for abilities, but there's a configure for enchant and configure for buff. I don't know. I don't remember why did I move this into here? Toggle file blame. Card tooltips, improvements, and mouse drag. I don't remember why I moved that in. I think that was a mistake, or it was an artifact of something that I was trying to do before. So I think what I'll do is I'll just move this back to where it's supposed to be, which is the ready method. Oops. Okay. That makes sense. So now we should be able to see it. When not sure, just delete and regret about it later. Yep, we could do that. You could definitely do that. Okay, so now the enchant icon is correct in there and in there. Okay, I'm pretty sure that that's gonna fix it. Why is this still highlighting the board though? Didn't I just fix that? Oh, because swarm, yeah, swarm targets other cards. Okay, it's because it has swarm on it. Gotcha. Okay. Cool. So let me make sure to remove this. Actually, I guess I can just discard. Fix ability, or fix enchant and buff icons. That was easy. I like to stay on top of the bugs while I'm developing just because it's... I don't know. There's a lot of people that like just save bugs for later, but I like my game to feel solid at all points in development. And plus, like, if you notice bugs early, they may reveal deeper problems with your system that you can address sooner rather than later. I mean, these bugs here, these are just art issues. They're not really bugs. So let's fix those. Chalice of Blood. Open file, assets, artifact. Okay, that should be fixed. And then these are very simple bugs. Villager art clips card border. Let's fix that one too. Villager. So this little pointy bit right here is clipping the card border. So I'm going to just erase that pixel, and we're good now. Okay, I don't really think those need to be tested. Fix art issues. All right. Done with both of those. I do want to nerf the swarm here, so let's take a stab at nerfing the swarm. So change swarm to target X number of other swarm cards based on tier. Do I want to do that? I don't think so. I don't think I want to make swarm scale with anything. So let's go ahead and look at the swarm ability here. Let me just look at something really quick. Yeah, I think in here what I need to do is I need to override this. So I'm just going to copy this from here, paste this in here. Okay. Cards equals result by cards. We want to order them randomly. And then we're going to take one. I think that's all I need to do there. And then what I can do is in my ability explanations, I gotta change swarm. Execute. One other card with swarm when executed. Do I want to reword this? Well, that's probably fine for now. All right, so we're going to want to test this now. So let's just put a bunch of maggots and spiderlings on the board here. Test player cards. Spiderling. Maggot. All right, let's see what that does. Maybe exclusively for Swarm, as it may confuse players seeing the whole board covered in circles. Add a different icon for cards affected. Whatever a Swarm icon would look like. Yeah, I would have to... Let's see. Would that be easy enough to do? Yeah, maybe. Maybe I want to do that. So now, let's see if that kind of reins in the power of it a little bit. It should still be powerful because you're going to get extra executions out of your things. It's like a remote echo, basically. But you're kind of disincentivized from stacking Swarm cards, I guess, because... I mean, you can still stack them, but if you have a bunch of weak Swarm cards and they keep getting chosen randomly, it's not going to be that powerful. So if you want to stack Swarm, you're going to have to... make sure all of your Swarm cards are relatively powerful. So yeah, that's still powerful. still powerful, but not nearly as much. How early into development did you add all of your debug tools? I recently added those debug tools within the past month and a half or so. So I was pretty far in development, and then once it started getting cumbersome to like change the code to do all my testing, I started adding the tools so that I could, you know, test them faster. Swarm is still pretty powerful, but these are also weak boards, so. Okay. I think once you read what it does, it's pretty easy to understand. Okay, good, yeah. I keep forgetting, what happens if I put Swarm on twice? I don't know what that does. How big? The maggot is a 4-turn and this is a 3-turn, so I'm just gonna do this. I want to see if that's gonna trigger the spider twice. Let's see. If the spider's gonna trigger the maggot and the maggot is going to... Oh yeah, it does trigger twice. Nice. So if you stack Swarm, it will just play the Swarm effect multiple times. That's fine. So yeah, if you've got 2 Swarm cards, that's like almost the most powerful configuration you can get. But if you have a bunch of other powerful Swarm cards, then it's like, yeah, you're just gonna get a bunch of extra executions. And one other way that I think I could nerf Swarm is I could have it reset the cooldown of any card that has Swarm. So, I mean, that's not effectively any different than, well, I guess it is kind of different than the speed, the reducing turn cooldown. So that could be another way that I nerf it, because right now it preserves its turn progress. If a card is triggered by Swarm, it preserves its turn progress. So, like in this case, the Spiderling, after 3 turns, it executes the maggot, but then the maggot 1 turn later executes and then executes the spider again. So if it's still too strong, I may just have it reset the turn cooldown as well. And that should further nerf it. But we will see. I think that's a pretty sizable nerf as it is. Okay. Change Swarm to affect only one other random Swarm card. Okay. Executes other swarms when executed read to me as this card kills your other swarms if harmed. When I first started playing, I thought all swarms had that detriment rather than an advantage, since execute can mean trigger or kill in equal measure. Yeah, I mean, I can change the wording to trigger instead, if that makes more sense. Have you decided if you're going to limit the amount of swarms and echoes you can put on a single card? I haven't made that decision yet. I think there's like a soft cap, because with the new node tier system, you can't, like, if you have an enchant of level 1, you can only put 1 enchant on a card. So if you've already got an enchant on a card and you go to an enchant level 1 and you try to put another enchant on it, it won't let you. So if you want to stack enchants, you have to find a higher tier enchant node, and that will raise the cap for that card. And then I can further tweak that by limiting the upper bounds of the enchant. So I could make it so that the enchant tier only goes up to 3, so you could only ever have 3 enchants on a single card. So it's like a soft cap, it's not necessarily a hard limit. In terms of like stacking echoes or whatnot, I think that I don't want to just like arbitrarily say, oh, you can't put another echo on this card, because I do want there to be situations where you can get something that's just like ridiculous. But I think that's going to have to be like a once in a blue moon kind of thing, where you have to get lucky enough to have multiple opportunities to put Echo on a card. So yeah, I really don't want to put like these artificial restrictions like, well, Echo is powerful, but you're not allowed to stack it, right? I want to make it so that it's, it's possible to get a card like that, but it should be relatively rare, and it should require also ideally an element of good planning on your part, right? Like setting up your card appropriately and like getting all the alchemy situated with it and getting it upgraded, then finding the Echo and finding another Echo. So yeah, that's the ideal state. How well I will execute on that remains to be seen, I suppose, but we'll see. That should work nicely. I think so, yeah. The game is already feeling a lot more reined in. It's still fun, the decisions are still meaningful, but it's not like you're just blasting boards away immediately. It's like basically impossible to get, for example, a card that's higher than tier 2 in the first region, because the node tier system also applies to the upgrade nodes. So if you have a card of tier 2, you can only upgrade it if you go to a tier 2 upgrade node or higher. So it's not like you can just like keep stacking upgrades on a single card. You're going to have to distribute them naturally, because there's going to be that restriction of like that node tier can only upgrade cards of a certain tier or lower. Hello, Snupbill. Welcome with the Yummers message. Minor nitpick, but I can see swarm builds becoming tedious with large boards given the pause with each activation animation. Yeah, I don't know what to do about that. I have the pause in there as an attempt to have the player understand what's going on, but also other auto battlers, they don't do that. They just let the effects go. And so I'm almost wondering if I should just not. I already removed a ton of the pauses. There's just like a slight third of a second pause, I think it is, when a card executes, but it executes all of its abilities simultaneously. But I may just get rid of that pause entirely and just have it like just keep going. The problem is that cards that have the same turn cooldown, if they execute at the same time, they're just gonna like, yeah, they're just gonna just blast at the same time. So, I mean, I can try that. So if I go to my turn executor component, I think it is. I don't know where that timer is. Yeah, here. So if I get rid of this, I do think it's important for the combat to be smooth. Because people are already saying they don't know what's going on in the combat, and I don't know if that's a solvable problem or if that's just a problem with auto battlers generally. Because I remember feeling the same way even in the game like the Bazaar. It's like, well, I kind of have an inkling of how this is going to go, but when the combat's actually going, it's basically impossible to follow what's happening. So if I go here, there's still a pause happening somewhere. I think the pause is maybe happening in this execute abilities as a wait here. Play targeted effect. Await run execution. Is it that? I don't think that await is happening. Do I have more awaits in here? Await. Turn tick. Oh, it's still here too. So let's see what that does. I have finally financially drained Snupbill. If players can't do anything about it, then the pause doesn't seem necessary. Yeah. You know what could be cool maybe? Is maybe there could be an you know, like how when you're debugging code, there's like you can set a breakpoint and you could step through. I wonder if like enabling that kind of mode where like the combat doesn't advance unless you press a button so you can see everything that's happening. That might be kind of cool. So if you want to like slow it down and like see how everything's interacting, you can just like step through the executions one at a time. So yeah, this is with no delays on anything. Yeah, that might actually be better. I wasted some of it in Steam games, my bad. Bajar is just focused on the enemy health bar, yeah. I'd say there's a certain charm in not knowing what's happening, such that when you die in Noita, you don't know which of the 500 million pixels did it, yeah. Yeah, I think Auto Battlers is mostly just about setting up your initial strategy and then the dopamine hit of like watching the health bar melt away faster than your health bar melts away. I think now without the pause though, the camera shake is too strong. So I would probably need to implement that as well. Shaky canvas layer. Let's see. Let's just turn that down. Let's see. Run manager. Max offset. Let's just have it. Maybe a fast forward button where it skips those pauses looks more dynamic now. Yeah, I think I think the pauses is something that I've wanted to work on. It might just be better without the pauses. Just let it all go and do meltage uninterrupted. Oops, I did that wrong. Kind of cool to have a mechanic where you can intentionally die. Oh yeah, the lower camera shake is definitely better. Actually, I'll put this back up to where it was. Add shake. I don't know where this is happening. I think I got it. Did I get it? Okay. Let's see what happens. Hello, Clicker Tail. Welcome back. Just come back from the dentist. Nice. I don't know what this is. I finally had an idea for a prototype after pondering a bit how people typically hesitant about using their consumables. Oh, interesting. Like the classic Souls games where you hold on to all your grease and whatnot. What is your solution, if you don't mind sharing? Okay, let's see how this feels now. Yeah, I feel like that feels better. Oh, that's pretty satisfying, actually. Just watching all those poisons come down. Goodbye. How does it feel on the medium speed? There's just almost too many effects you can't really see. I might have to tone down the effects now if they're all going to trigger at the same time. Although maybe not. I do have like a heavy poison build here, so maybe that's just... The other thing I could do is I can maybe perhaps detect when multiple poisons are going. Like if the spiders execute at the same time, instead of spawning 2 separate poison effects, I could just spawn 1. Create an 8x8 board full of swarm and see how the screen shake goes. Oh, it should be fine, because what I did is I changed it. So previously the screen shake was adding shake to the intensity, so it could increase up to 1 and have the max shake, but I changed it now so that when a combat shake happens, it overrides the current intensity. So it's not going to go above the 0.5 value that I set during the combat, which is a max offset of 5 pixels. So yeah, it's capped now. Thinking about making the items themselves the core of the battle system. No skills, just itemization and maybe level scaling. Throw in some inventory management. Interesting, okay. Just join, what's going on? Yeah, so right now I'm just making the combat a little bit smoother. So removing the animation pauses and whatnot. I think I like that. Do we like it without the pauses? If we like it without the pauses, then I can probably remove a lot of this async stuff. Let's get rid of this await here. Can I get rid of this async? Maybe add pauses for when a card goes over X damage, say 20, for that big hit feel. Oh, yeah. Could do, like, instead of having a pause, it's like a hit stop. Maybe, yeah, maybe not even for big damage, just maybe for crits generally. For crits generally, it could do that. Hello, Yeet, welcome back. Always good to see you. Okay, let's see what happens. Oh, I didn't realize this, but the combat log has the icons now too. I just realized that this combat log, I'm all over the place today. Crit builds would hate you for that, yeah. I think the game would have another colors palettes. I might kind of hard to see the purple line the more I look at it. Did you play the playtest, Nutbill? Is that a shrimp? It's a maggot, close enough. Everyone who has played the playtest, or almost everyone who played the playtest, said the game was not too dark when they were playing it on their computer. So I think the game being too dark is a combination of the YouTube quality, and also if you're watching on a mobile device, maybe you have your brightness down. I think I will add just like some brightness controls so you can like increase the general brightness of the game. I think that would be okay. But it looks fine in game, like the colors are perfectly readable. Okay, remove combat pauses. Okay, now I need the combat log. Here. Did that increase the size of it? Called the maggot a shrimp, he's gonna get maggot drawing PTSD. Yeah. Don't ask A the Ant what that card is, yeah, seriously. I need to do some work on this UI here too. This looks a little bit outdated. My friend put together a design for this. Basically, the plan for this card inspector here is to make it look like a Gothic cathedral. So add a bunch of detail in here. But that's going to be a project for another day. Had no issue with the brightness during the playtest. Okay, good, yeah. I'm always watching. I'm Big Brother, always watching. I think I can probably reduce this margin. Let's see if that works. Let's see if that works. You know what I might do? I might make the combat log a floating window instead, so the player can just put it wherever they want. Why is there so much space on this side? I don't understand that. Where is all that space coming from? Oh, maybe it's just because I need to reduce the size. Different palettes would be 100% a great accessibility tool. Not everyone has good eyes, speaking from experience, and the contrast in certain things definitely feels hard to read. I didn't get the chance to play the playtest. Might be my phone YouTube brightness. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think it's... Well, we'll see. We'll have to see. We'll get more feedback on that. I don't really want to do a different color palette, because it might just make everything look weird. But I wonder if like brightness options would help, or contrast options. Like I should just be able to do like a brightness contrast shader or something, which players could then adjust to their preference. I'm actually curious. Let's see. Oh, I forgot to check the combat log. My cat is throwing a tantrum right now. Goodness gracious. Oops. Okay, yeah, that looks much nicer. Okay, cool. This, let me see. Nope, that's the wrong one. Can I do brightness contrast with a world environment? Is that gonna work? Canvas. Adjustments, brightness. Oh, is that going to change the shader? Uh-oh. Oh, so that it was dark while watching the streams, but the playtest doesn't look like that? Oh, goodness. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. I can't just use the world environment brightness and contrast because it affects the shaders. I wish I could... Can I show this at the same time? Yeah, it kind of messes up the shaders, so I'd probably have to do my own shader for brightness and contrast. Unless I can I change when this applies? I don't know anything about this world environment. Anyway, we'll have to figure that out later. How are you able to do a UMAP only color palette swap, leaving cards and icons alone? Oh, are you able to? I mean, yeah, I think it should be possible. I'd have to be creative with my shader layers, I think. Game Boy games on GBC has a color swap option on startup, was a neat feature. Yeah, that's so weird, yeah. Had that idea, was looking for Resident Evil 4 inventory. Prototype itself was so far a dungeon crawler. Very nice, yeah. Acid trip gameplay. That's kind of cool. I mean, I could just come up with like a high contrast option that has those numbers configured in a way that makes it look okay. That might be a nice like stopgap. I think otherwise what I'd have to do is do like a brightness contrast shader and put that over the entire screen. Because basically, I think what's happening is the world environment is changing the colors before my custom shaders kick in, and so that's throwing everything off. So I would need to have the brightness contrast apply after everything has been rendered. Anyway. Are you planning to make any new cards today? I might. I kind of went off the rails a little bit here. investigating those things, but we fixed that. I need to redo the card target effect, but I don't have any ideas for that. I fixed that. Alchemy board displayed weirdly when outputs are too long. Okay. So I'm just looking at my to-do list here. There's this remaining bug here. I don't really want to do anything with this though, I don't think. Unless it's... I don't know if that's going to be easy. Let's take a look. Maybe it will be easy. Hold on a second. Make that shrink center. Let's try this. I forgot what the alchemy is in the event type. Let's see. 3. Sell the game dark and sell a DLC to buy the brightness settings. Yeah, I don't think it's a problem. I don't see anyone who complained about it after last playtest. Sorry for the tangents. No, it's okay. These are all things that I wanted to investigate anyway, so might as well. Let's see if this works. Oh, I fixed it. Nice. So the problem is before this alchemy pot was like over on the left here when the board becomes long like this. But I just centered that control and it works. So, okay. That was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. That was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Okay. No more bugs remaining, at least in the to-do list. I'm sure there's some somewhere. I fixed so many bugs in the past couple days. All these bugs you see here are bugs that I fixed in the past couple days. Jeepers. Anyway, let's make a new card then. I think that'll be fun. So one thing that I'm missing for the enemies is I have one relic card for the enemy faction. So we definitely need more relics for the enemy. I think an obvious one is to do like a reliquary. But we need some relic ideas for the enemy faction. We could do maybe like bones of a saint or something. What else? What else would be a good relic? I think the only relic is that... Wait, is it the road sign? Yeah, the road sign is the only relic. So we need more relics for the enemy faction. Might have been my fault. No tangent silent stream. Getting a cool jingle or something when you get a legendary would be cool. Yeah, absolutely. I hate bugs in both digital and organic form. Don't know if we bounce it yet, but I noticed that when alchemizing small large items, the small combination will retain the quicker turn speed while getting other benefits. Yeah, so the idea was to keep the turn speed pinned to the type of card, like the base card that it is. But I have in here experiment with randomizing the turn cooldown in alchemy. So if I also randomize the turn cooldown, then it's possible that you could get a small card with a very high turn cooldown. So that would make getting small cards with low turn cooldowns more difficult. It'd be less of like a guaranteed awesome output, you know? Grandfather clock that reduces turns. That might work. Or I just got lucky, I don't know. Have you done a gravestone card? Not yet, no. It's listed in the player card ideas. I think the perceived brightness might still be a problem when marketing the game. I don't know, like... Let me look. Oh my gosh, I hate Google. I'm just looking at Loop Hero because a lot of people have said that this game reminds them of Loop Hero. But I guess Loop Hero, yeah, Loop Hero is not that dark. Their UI elements are a lot brighter than mine. And also they've got like this background texture instead of just like a pure void. But also this game has a much larger color palette than I do. Anyway, we'll figure that out later. The Google bot detected those words, yeah. What about a brewing stand? Yeah, that could work. I mean, I already have like an alembic and what else? Maybe instead of a brewing stand, an empty potion bottle or something. Why do you hate Google? Because it keeps asking me if I'm a robot. Interesting take. What now compared to two? Yeah, I don't think I would have compared them either, but multiple people have said it reminds them of that game. I'm clearly an older crowd. Go look at some screenshots of old CGA games. It seems okay to me, but I can see brightness slider being a nice touch. Yeah, I mean, for the marketing, I think marketing, I could just, like, in the video editing, I can just brighten it up with the video brightness settings, right? So for marketing, that might be good, especially if I'm going to push out shorts to people on mobile devices. Small announcement, if I may. I'm working on the updating Tiny Unicode font. It was containing 274 glyphs and now includes 1014 at least. We'll post it in your Discord when it's ready. Is that okay? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, feel free. You'll be fine if you get published by Devolver too. Yeah. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. So far, I've talked with one publisher about Alchemortis, but I don't know what's going to happen there yet. Crow card? I already have one, yes. I already have one for the player. What if you are a robot? You're just pretending to be human. Yeah. So we need some relic ideas. So if you have any relic ideas for the enemy card faction, remember this is like humans, religious figures, military figures. So if you have any ideas for relics that would fit into that theme, that would be cool. I'm going to take a quick 3-minute break, and when I come back, we'll pick one of these to work on. And show current relics. The only one is the road sign. There's only one relic, so it's basically wide open. Some kind of fortune-telling ball. Planning to start live streaming and build in public like you do. Do you have any tips, especially on how to avoid spilling too much of the game's secrets? I'm not really worried about spilling game secrets, because I think like the regular viewers are obviously going to have like the in and outs, but there's going to be a lot of people that watch the VODs or like watch a handful of VODs. So there's going to be relatively few people that watch the live streams enough to get a grasp on what all is in the game. And also, I don't only work on the game on stream, I work on it off stream as well. So anything that I do off stream is going to be hidden to some extent. So I'm not really worried about keeping the game secret. Maybe if I introduce more story elements, I may not like explain the story fully in the live streams and whatnot, but in terms of how the game works or like what the code looks like, I don't care. It's not, there's nothing, I'm not, you know, I'm not working to, you know, for the NSA to hack people, right? But yeah, any tips? I think any tips, like the main thing to do is get your audio quality good, because if you're going to be streaming for a long time, your audio needs to be smooth and not grating and all that stuff. And also just be interactive, like explain what you're doing, explain why you're writing the code, explain the problems that you're running into and what you're thinking about, how to solve them. A lot of live streaming is just about constant communication. I hope it goes well for you. It's wide open. Relic idea, broken jar. Interesting, okay. A crow card should be upgradable to a murder of crows, yeah. Okay, give me just 3 minutes. I'll be right back and we will continue on. We'll make some enemy cards. All right, I'm back. Toast with Jesus's face. Okay. That's funny. I'm going to do an old coin. I was just thinking about a coin would be cool. God's finger, monkey paw, Pandora's box, Holy Grail, crown of thorns. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to necessarily be explicitly Christian. Obviously, there's a lot of Christian themes, particularly from like Catholicism and Orthodoxy, but I don't want to just like, I don't want to make it explicitly Christian. I want to have like that aesthetic, but not like reference any particular, dogma of Christianity. You know what I mean? I think I want to just keep it kind of like, yeah, mostly aesthetically. Like, it should just aesthetically give you the impression that it's Christianity, but it shouldn't be explicitly Christianity, if that makes sense. The death chime. Holy hand grenade of Antioch. What about your YouTube profile pic skeleton? Food ration. Ooh. Food ration. Oh, interesting. That could be an interesting one. Body Christ from Dogma the movie. What about an edict, like an edict of toleration, for example? Oh, an edict. I'm actually not sure what that is. Edict of toleration. Oh, interesting. Okay. I will write that down. Very cool. What was the, like a golden eagle? Was there like a Roman golden eagle or something? Let me look that up. I don't know if I made that up. Roman golden eagle. It's called an aquila. Okay, anyway. I think we can maybe do a reliquary. I sucked at names. Cracked headstone. Yeah, I have a headstone written down somewhere. We're looking for relic cards that could work though. So let's see if we can do this. Wait, is this missing an outline here? Fix villager again. Okay, let's do a reliquary. I don't know what to make it look like. I'm just looking at reference images here. Okay, we're gonna try it. We are going to try it. Open file. Hard background. We'll make it a 2x2. Save this. Reliquary.asprite. Load default palette. Okay. Alrighty. Hello, Mun. Welcome back. Good to see you, as always. Well, let's see if we could do this. I don't really have a gold color, so this is going to be a little bit weird, but I think... Let me just get a shape down. Let's get a very basic shape going here. That'll work. Might shrink it down a little bit so I can make this top part. Okay. I'm just trying to get a feel for how this would look. My cat is just running around, screaming right now. Okay, I think we're getting there, maybe. Okay, I'm gonna go solos, Zoom meet in a few. All right. Thanks for joining, Snupbill. Thanks, and good to see you. Prometheus was the Greek titan sentenced by Zeus to be tortured by an eagle eating his flesh for eternity. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's metal AF. What about a crystal ball fortune-telling ball artifact which reveals like one of the cards with a booster? Oh, that could work. All right, thanks for joining, Dusty. Good to see you. The most vile card yet, the shopping bag. Okay, give me just 1 second here. Okay, I'm back. Is this gonna work? I don't know. I don't know if it's going to work. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it could work. I just gotta get the shading in order. Make it look nice and shiny somehow. It's too dark. Okay. Oh, we're getting there. We're getting there. What are you drawing? Is it 30 by 30? I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, 30 by 30. It's a reliquary. It's a reliquary. It's trying to be a reliquary anyway. We'll do a thicker line up there. That might be better. Oh yeah, let's see. Thank you, Windows Defender. Thank you for being ever vigilant and keeping me safe. Yeah, I don't really know what to do about this. Almost looks like floating orbs in the background there, but you might need, maybe you need glasses. Oh wait, I do. Yeah, I mean, they're supposed to be in the back of the thing. I wonder if I should just make those darker. Yeah, that's probably better. Why did this get all... I don't really like this part. I don't think there's a better way to do it. I wonder if I... Should I just make... Maybe not black. I think that looks better, maybe. What is this card meant to do in game? I don't know yet. I do not know. It'll be a relic card, yeah. Hello, Blue Bulb. Maybe torture tools like the Iron Maiden. I do have that written down, yeah. I do have that written down. Well, I don't know. I think it looks okay. Maybe I need more. Oops. I don't think I like the little window thing here. The only thing, though, is I don't know what to do instead. Do like a little door, I guess. Looks like a monster screaming with a round mouse. Round mouth. All right, thanks V. Have a good one as well. Try dark green with highlight. Light green is too harsh. Even try the purple, it looks nice. The dark green, this one. Oops. Like that. Do we like that better, or do we like the door approach better? I'm gonna try something here. Make that a lot. You like it like this? I wonder, I just want to do something about this. I guess it's okay this way. Do I want to add like a little bit of white in here? Oh yeah, that looks better. Okay, okay. Okay, I think that looks better. This section here just feels a little bit flat. I don't know what to do about that though. I do not know what to do about that. It's probably okay. Looks shiny. Okay. All right. We'll just do a quit while I'm ahead situation here, I guess. We'll do a quit while I'm ahead situation. Okay. We got the reliquary. Now we can do the card creation tool. Reliquary. Create. Cool. All right, so the reliquary. We're gonna do the art. Yeah, what abilities should this have? What abilities should it have? This is a relic and a ritual item. Is enemy, yes. Is flippable. No. Minimum notoriety region 1. All right, what should this guy do? What should this guy do? Reduce, well, this is an enemy card, so notoriety is not going to be a factor here. It's 2x2. It's 2x2. I'm thinking a heal might be appropriate. Buff damage. Increase damage of nearby cards by 1 for each relic player has. It's an enemy card, so it's got to be... Should boost other relics around it since it's supposed to be a place to store relics. Yeah. Let's do that then. Let's do... I'm going to need to add more relic cards, but that's okay. So let's do this. Var composed is equal to... Let's do this. Var heal is equal to new ability builder dot heal, or ability builder, no. Ability builder dot heal. Do I not have a heal? Oh. Let's just refactor this while we're at it then. Do I not have heal in here? Okay. These are the same, so I actually don't even need this. Okay. Cool. All right, so we've got that. Let's do ability builder heal 10. So put heal in there. Var composed. Actually, we could do var projected is equal to ability builder dot project ability. What are we going to project? Maybe project heal to nearby relics? We could do a project heal maybe. Var projected heal is equal to ability builder dot heal. So this is just going to be a healing relic. Project ability, projected heal. Configure. Query options. Query options dot card type filter is equal to card type, or card, no. This is tag filter is equal to card type card tag dot relic query options dot query directions. We could give it an interesting query direction, I think. Well, we can make it adjacent, I suppose. Why is this being so slow? We're gonna reload the window. We're gonna reload the window. It's bogging down. We don't want that. We don't want it to bog down. Adjacent. I think that's it. Okay, let's see what that does. Add the reliquary here. That's not right. Oh, I changed the cat on accident. Oops. Oops. Did not mean to do that. That's why we use version control, though. Okay, let's try it again. Heal 10 projects to adjacent relic cards. Heal 2. Sweet. What's another relic type? What is the relic type that a player has? I think it's I think the skull staff is a relic. Okay, so now, yeah, that works. Cool. There's our relic. We gotta add the flavor text, but I'll do that off stream. Now let's see what it looks like if it generates inside of an enemy board. Let's run this. Cool. This is going to be that. There's a relic. Reliquary, I mean. So these are going to generate very close to each other quite frequently until I have more relics. I don't have many 1x1. I don't think I have any 1x1 minions for the human faction, so we're gonna need to figure that out. But yeah, that appears to be working. Oh, 2 reliquaries next to each other. Very nice. Yeah, there's just not a whole lot of relics, so it's not going to work that well. Cool. All right. one thing that I want to do is I want to get rid of simple heal. Where is this used? Yeah, let's get rid of simple heal. Trying to move everything over to my new ability system. So this now needs to be ability builder.heal. Ability builder.heal. Oops, I forgot what the number was for this one. 2. Okay. Where is this used? Oh, this is only used in a couple of places. Var projected heal is equal to ability builder dot project ability builder dot heal 4. Query options. Query options dot query directions equals board inventory component dot query directions dot adjacent. And then this can become the projected heal there. Boom. This is going to be the same one. Put that in there. And then I should be able to get rid of this project heal as well. Making baby steps. We're doing it. Gradually moving everything over to the new system here. Make sure it builds. Okay, I think we're good. Remove heal and projected heal. 1x1 for humans, maybe an infant. Yeah, a 1x1 eye. Cards that would scale off the player board is evil. Yeah, I mean eyeball. Well, an eyeball I think is more... One idea that I have for a card is a coin, like an ancient coin. So I might do that. I don't know how that's going to work. It could be a one. It's not going to be a minion, I guess. That's, yeah, I was asking about minions, but we can do a 1x1 relic. That is an old coin. Assets, card. We'll call it ancient coin. Ancient coin.asprite, load default palette. Okay. That is not a coin shape. Wonder if I'd have an easier time doing this. Do this, fill it in, and then... Well, that's not ideal, but I think it looks better. Can I just make it a little bit bigger without screwing it up too much? Okay, I think that will work. I think that will work. Okay, so then I can make this, let's see. It kind of bothers me that this is not making the most use of this space. Let's try again. That's still not making the most use of the space. But maybe it'll work. Maybe I'll make it I think maybe I don't know. A chicken nugget. Add a crease in the middle. Add a crease in the middle. Hold on a second. Let me see something. Oops. Can't change the shape of this circle. Actually. I was going to try to do some kind of like design here, but I don't know if that's going to work. I don't know if that's going to work. It doesn't look shiny enough. Anti-aliasing chicken nugget. I remember you trying this a month ago and hating it. Did I try a coin before? I guess I don't remember that. It's really hard to make something look like a coin with the limited colors I have. Symbol is important so it can be distinguished. Yeah. I don't know if this symbol is working. I mean, obviously having like a head on the coin would be ideal. Can I do a head? That does not look like a head. Kind of looks like a doll button with the symbol, yeah. Gunforged Man is the head. Put a long cross on it and be done. That could work. I just don't think it looks much like a coin because of the colors. You know what I mean? I do wonder what it would be like if I maybe made it the blue doesn't work as a coin color for sure. I wonder if I could add some blue into it though. As like tarnish, you know what I mean? That might sell it a little bit better. If I add just some blue in here. Maybe that's not going to work that well. Oxidation, right. The gold relic in Pokemon, very similar but clear. I don't know anything about Pokemon, I'm sorry. The gold relic in Pokemon, very simple. Yeah, I just don't know what that looks like. I guess I can look it up. I don't think that helps. I've got a completely bunch of unrelated results. Okay. They were silver in the issue, it's getting copper vibes. Yeah, I don't know. How am I supposed to do silver? That's the question. I guess I could do something like that. I mean, that's the closest thing to silver that I have. Could make it, I don't know. It just doesn't work well. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do a coin. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I can make it just round. Perfectly round. That might help sell it as a coin better. But I don't think that's going to work either. That's going to look too weird. I don't think a coin is possible. Maybe it's just not possible. Maybe it's just not possible. Yeah. Let me try hand drawing it, I guess. Can I do like a... Let's see. Nope. Nope. Can I do... Wait a minute. I think that's a better coin shape, maybe? Let me see. No, that just looks like a rock. Maybe it's not possible. Kind of looks like a coffee bean. Follow the color of the lead ingot as they are similar. I just don't think it looks good like this either. Maybe this is just not possible. With the size and color constraint, it'll be a challenge. The zoomed out view looks good for a coin shape. Yeah. I don't know. Am I overthinking this? Do I just need to do like... Do I just need to do something like this? Oops. I almost wonder if I should do darker down here. I don't really like this patterning here, though. Maybe I'll go back the way it was. That looks pretty nice, actually. The shape is definitely there. Can I send a picture of what I meant in the Discord? Yeah, sure. I don't have Discord open. Let me open it. Hopefully nothing incriminating shows up. If it's supposed to be ancient, maybe some black details like a broken coin. I think this looks okay. I could maybe add like a chip or something in it. Does that look good with a chip in it or no? I think the chip looks really good. I think it resembles a coin pretty well with the gold coloring, maybe slightly less highlights. Sent in Alchemortis feedback. Oh, I see what you mean, yeah. Give it some depth. Oh, I see. I see what you mean now. It kind of looks like a mirror in blue, doesn't it? Well, I mean, it's like, yeah. I just don't... If I'm going to make something blue and shiny... I have two options. I can make it orange and shiny, or I can make it blue and shiny. And it's going to look... It's not going to look perfect in either way, right? Actually, I accidentally did this, but that actually looks pretty good. That actually looks decent. Okay, we'll just leave it like that, I think. Looks better in blue, you're right, yeah. Zoomed in view is harder to parse, yeah, so maybe I can just put this over here. So this is what, hopefully that's large enough on your screen here. Yeah, I guess it's hard to say, because like if you're looking at this big one, I'm mostly looking at the preview to see what it looks like zoomed out. I think it looks pretty good, actually. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, we did it. We did it. We did it. All right. Ancient coin, boom. Card creation tool. Ancient coin. Ship it. We're gonna ship it. Okay, so now it's a relic, so let's get this ancient coin. We'll make this appear in regions 0 to 1. Dimensions 1 by 1, turn cooldown 5. Is enemy yes. Flippable no. It's a relic card. Now we got to figure out what it should do. Maybe it should just do shielding or something. We do need 1 by 1 minions for the enemy faction. I just don't know what those would look like. You're welcome, yeah. Okay. Anyway. Should I just do something very basic and just do like shield? I feel like something related to players' current money would be fresh. Yeah, that could work. An alchemy relic that's a coin can be tied into their greed or maybe offering for the church. Oh, interesting. Okay. 10% player's current money, 1 by 1 potato. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe something interesting, like some kind of shielding, either related to player currency, or this could be like it could maybe count the number of like applications of shield that have happened, or it could respond to the, like it could be a response to player shielding maybe. Let me think. Coin flip, 50% chance to activate. Yeah. Coin flip. Okay. Do we want it to do shield or should it do something else? I mean, something simple as like apply some shield and then like a 50% chance to double the shield. Could be a 50% chance to triple the shield. It could be... gain 1 shield for every 10 blood. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I still don't know if I like the idea of having enemy cards scale off of the player currency. Coin flip applies buff to enemy board or debuff for player board. Oh, here we go. Here's an idea. So it could be a 50% chance to apply shield to the enemy and a 50% chance to maybe consume shield on the player board. Something like that. Or, I mean, we don't have like a miss debuff either. I don't know. Does that make sense? So, giving the player cards a chance to miss. I mean, it could be something like apply shield, 50% chance to blind on enemy card, right? A shield multiplier, but 50% of the time it does nothing. Do you have a card that looks like a shield by any chance? If no, then you can add one that has a small chance of not working. When it does work, it will block attacks from the enemy side. Yeah, I don't have a shield one yet. I do want to do a shield. Double a card's effect that has a 50% chance to miss. How would I do that from a technical standpoint? %50 to double the next shield application, or 50% to increase the next damage by 50%. I'm just trying to think of how that would work. I would need... From a technical standpoint, I would need to have a new buff type. 2 new buff types. Like a buff shielding applied and buff damage applied. Temporary buff ability. Yeah, I was thinking it could make the player... Well, let me see. What kind of buffs do I have so far? I'll add new buffs if I need to. But I'm just wondering... Critical chance buff. Exhausted, miss chance debuff, paralysis debuff. So what I could do is I could... So there's a way to accomplish double the next shield application or 50% to increase the next damage by 50%. So there's a way to kind of accomplish that with this critical chance buff. I could just set the critical chance to like 100%. And that would work for shielding or for damage. High damage but 50% chance not to damage. That is the prisoner already does that, so I don't want to replicate that necessarily. It's a good idea though. The coin can do 50% of applying effects to either player or the enemy, and whichever side it picks, it does another 50% chance of either applying or doubling damage or half damage. I kind of like the idea of the coin, like a lucky coin, giving a massive critical chance buff to a card that is either a card that applies shielding or damage. Does that make sense? So 50% chance to... We could do a 50% chance to increase critical chance. How would I word this? I'll have to come up with more elegant wording, but 50% chance to increase critical chance of an adjacent card by 100%. You know what I mean? That might work, right? So it's kind of like the 50-50 idea. Let's try that. var composed is equal to new composed ability. Ability builder dot oops. Okay, 50% for 100% crit chance on adjacent card, 50% for 0% crit chance. Yeah. All right, let's see if I can do this. Var random chance provider is equal to new random chance provider. Var conditional ability equals new conditional ability decorator. Decorated ability. So we need to add the random chance provider here and the conditional ability there. This, we're gonna have to decorate var buff critical is equal to where is this used? I need to move this over. Ability builder. Oh, I already have it. Critical chance buff. Am I not using this anymore? Oh, wait. Oh, no, that's right. Okay, critical chance buff, duration. Wait a minute, what am I doing? Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. Okay, so we want to do this. We definitely want to be able to configure the query options here. Query options dot tag filter is equal to card tag dot minion. I'll just fix that right there. Okay, we can get rid of this. Oh, I don't want. Oh no! Wait a minute. Yeah, I don't want this to scale in this way. So sorry, let me think about this for a second. Buff critical is equal to new critical chance buff. Duration of 1, float buff amount. 1F, I think. Is that what I want to do? Yeah. Okay. Buff critical dot strategy is equal to card buff dot tick strategy dot execution. Oh, it already is the execution. Okay, cool. Okay, so random chance provider, that's good. So we got the conditional ability decorator. Buff critical dot query. What? I don't know how this is working. Oh, buff critical chance. I used the wrong thing. Magnitude. Okay. Buff critical chance dot query options dot query directions is equal to board inventory component query directions dot entire board. No, adjacent. Goodness gracious. If it does the crit thing, how does the player know if the enemy has the crit buff or not? It shows up in the card inspector. So any active buffs will show up in the card inspector. I'm going to need to make this target random targets, but let's just get this working first. Conditional ability decorator buff critical. Random chance provider dot get value is less or equal to 0.5. Okay, I think that's it. And then we need the description function. So the scaling function, we're gonna have to fill that in. Well, let's do this. 50% chance to Increase critical chance of adjacent cards by 100% for one execution. Of one random adjacent card by 100% for one execution. Okay. Let's just see if this works. And then I have to add the scaling in. What am I doing? Project Ancient Coin. In the middle of the battle, will you actually go to check the crit chance of enemy cards? You can if you want, but you generally won't see the buff unless you're actively looking for them. There's no UI indicator. Yeah. You can inspect the cards during the battle. It pauses the battle when you open up the inspector. Okay. Ah. Project settings, generate test map. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. So this scaling is not going to do anything yet because I haven't added that functionality. Okay. So if I put this here, the critical chance increased by 0%. Cool. Why is that broken? Buff critical chance int magnitude. Oh, do I need to set? I think I need to set that as well. Failed to build project. Lots of stuff to make sure to get right here, but we're going to do it. We're going to get it right. Okay, let's see what happens. Critical chance increased by 100%, one execution remaining. This is unfortunately not going to do anything though. Can this put 2 executions on? Oh, it can. It doesn't stack the executions though, it doesn't increase the amount. What it does do is set the crit to 200% though, so I'm gonna have to figure out what to do. I think anything that goes over 100% crit chance will just get added to the multiplier, perhaps. Anyway, so I think that's working. I actually don't know if it ever failed. That's the one thing that I want to know. Did it ever fail? Did it ever fail? It applied there. It did not apply there, okay. It applied there. It did not apply there. So I think it's working. It didn't apply there, okay. Cool. Alrighty. So now we gotta get the scaling working. So var number of targets is equal to 1. Scale for tier. We're going to do var scalar is equal to ability scalars dot make additive scalar 1. Return, or no, we're going to say number of targets is equal to scalar Is that right? Original magnitude and tier, yeah. Const int base targets equals 1. Base targets. Base targets. Okay. Of one random number of targets adjacent. Description utils dot pluralize. Okay, so now we need to change this query, this buff critical chance here. Public int max targets get set is equal to -1. Then we need to override. Let me look at my Relic query really quick. Very bored with final filter. Okay. If max targets is less than 0, we're just going to return result. Otherwise, result.cards.orderBy math util RNG rand f take max targets. Okay. So basically, if I supply max targets, it will get all of the valid cards, order them, and then take the max targets here, which means in here, what I can do is I can say buff critical dot max targets is equal to number of targets. Then in here, buff critical max targets equals number of targets. And that's, so every tier it goes up, it's going to affect another target, basically. I think that's it. I think that's it. Let's see. You should add the result of chance-based things to the battle log. It'd be nice to look back and know. Yeah, I can definitely do that, for sure. I can definitely do that. Thought the ancient coin was cracked mirror when I first saw it in the current state. Would that not be confusing for players? I don't think there's a way to do it without, I mean, it's going to look like something else in some way. I just don't, you can go back to the VOD if you want to watch me struggle with making a coin. I don't know how to make it look, how to make it read more like a coin. I just don't know how to do it. Okay. So I think that's working. Might need to increase the turn cooldown on it. Here we go. The reliquary is an enemy card, yeah. I have it in my inventory so that I can test it. So I don't have to like encounter an enemy board that has the reliquary on it. So the cards they're not like, they are, how do I want to describe this? They work whatever board they're on. It's just the only difference with the enemy cards is that the player card loot tables don't contain the enemy cards. And the enemy card loot tables don't contain the player cards. That's the only difference, really. But the cards are perfectly functional on any board that you put them on. So it's just easier to test. Will each target get the same chance check, or will they get unique one for each? It's the same chance check. So it's going to run, it's going to have a 50% chance if it's going to proc its effect or not. If it procs the effect, then it chooses a random card to apply the effect to. It doesn't do 50% per adjacent card. So this is applying critical chance to both of them. Might need to increase that turn cooldown just a little bit. That's a pretty cool board, actually. All right. What kind of coin did you want, and what design do you want to have on the coin? I don't know. I don't think there's enough room to put a readable design on the coin. So probably none. Probably none. Okay. Turn this turn cooldown up to 8. And that should work. Okay. That's looking good. I need to add the flavor text to that as well. But that is going to be it for the stream. I'm very hungry, so I'm going to go eat something. But thank you all for watching. Thank you for being here. Again, you can wishlist Alchemortis if you're interested in doing so. You can also join up on the Patreon if you want to support this project financially. There is a Patreon exclusive video, or early exclusive video, on the Patreon right now for paid members. But that video will be released tomorrow for YouTube. So it's a tutorial on how to do the editor tool scripts, which I think is pretty cool. But yeah, that's it for the stream today. Again, check out the links in the description below for all the ways you could support me and support the game. Thank you everyone for joining, and have a good weekend if I don't talk to you. I will be streaming tomorrow though at the same time. So if you want to join up with me tomorrow, Saturday morning, then I encourage you to do so. Otherwise, I'll be back at it Monday at 10 a.m. Eastern. Hope to see you there. Bye-bye everyone. Have a good day.